Hello everyone! Welcome back to Python The Basics. I'm your host Jessica, and today we are on lesson 12, and we're going to be learning all about these things called functions. Now, functions in Python are very, very useful. A lot of languages use them, Java, C#, and so we're going to learn to create them, because why not? So a function's basically kind of like something that the program can do, basically. So I think that the best way to explain it is actually create a function. So let's create a function that okay, so let's create a program as an example that's kind of like a very basic chat room where you're the only person there. And the function we're going to define is just gonna output the user and the message in the kind of like chat room fashion, I guess. So the function's gonna go here, and then our code's gonna go down here. So it's gonna be the main program. Okay, so we could do a while true, so we'll keep going forever and ever. Or we could do a while the message that the user writes is exit. So I think let's just get started by getting the user's message. So we can use the input function. And then the message, so it could just be like that. And then here we can write like you are now in the chat room. In chat room. Have fun. Coolio. So now we can run this. Well, actually, we don't need to run it yet because we know this works. And then we'll do while message is not equal to exit. So this means not equal to. I sound a bit ill, so bear with. So this is while message is equal to exit, and then we'll pop this here. So while message is not equal to exit, we'll keep asking the user for their message. But if the message is exit, the program will close. So then we could have a function here. We could call it like show message, and it'll have the username and the message that the user writes. And this, so we're going to define this function up here. And yeah, so I think the first thing we need to actually write is we need to welcome the user. We don't need. We need them to enter a username first. So bear with. Enter your username. Print. Welcome. Ooh, okay, so then we're welcoming the user. And then it'll say you're now in the chat room. So now we can take this and we can define the function. So to create a function, use with def keyword. So expected function name after def, because def stands for define. And then we're gonna have this here. And then, just so I could just explain it a little bit, I'm just gonna put the pass keyword. That's just gonna tell Python that this doesn't do anything yet, just ignore it, okay? So now we can put this here. Actually, no, we cannot. Not yet, anyway. So I need to discuss something called parameters and arguments. So arguments are these things here. So the message and the username are going to be the arguments of this function. So the function's going to take in those parameters and do something with them. But in this case, it's just going to show the message in kind of like in some sort of like fashion, I guess. So what we can do user message, and then we can do this now, because now it won't give us an error. And then we can do a print statement here. It will be an F string, saying user colon message. Simple as that. So that is a basic function. And in Python you can make a lot of these functions as well. So I think let's just save it and run it. So that way we can kind of like just see it in action. So enter our username, we do this a lot. X Python X. We're now in the chat room. Yay. So now we can write whatever we want. Hello world. And there we go. Python has written hello world. You can write anything you want and it'll just output it. Awesome. So with functions, you could do a lot of things with them. You could do math operations with them. You could do things like this. I think a lot of the time functions are used for like bigger calculations that you don't want to like take up too much room, and so you put it in a function to do that calculation for you. Or if a calculation needs to be done multiple times, you can put it in a function and you can call that function as many times as you need, which is really good. A lot of programs use it. So yeah, I think that's the basics of creating functions. I'd say just have a play around with it. I think I've always said that, like with the list and the dictionaries, just have a play around with it. See what kind of programs you can create. And I think that's the end of this. So thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for lesson 13. Bye.